say thank you to Jesus? There are many ways of saying thank you. One of the ways of saying thank you to a person who has done something for you is to talk to him often and appear before his presence. Many people don't know how to say thank you. So those of you who came to church tonight, you have said a big thank you to Jesus. That he came all the way from heaven to here to die. And to show your appreciation, you always come when he calls you. Can you imagine somebody you have helped for many years and now he has prospered? You send a message, can you see? He said, I cannot come. So one of the ways to say thank you to the Lord is to always appear before his presence. You don't give excuses, you always appear. And what will thank you do? Those that say thank you, their tank is always full. Because one of the curses of the end time is ungratefulness. When you become ungrateful to the Lord. The Bible says in the last day, men will be unthankful. Thanksgiving is such a powerful thing. But we don't only use your mouth to say thank you, your actions also say thank you. Proverbs 17:13 says that he that repays evil for good, evil will never depart from his house. So we must always check our steps. Don't think that when you don't come to church, it's going to be the man of God or whatever. Some of us, the way we have seen God, if nobody even comes, will come. God is too good. Tell your friend, God is too good. We want to salute the man of grace, Apostle Dr. Ago. Put your hands together. For him. He is one of the men that will let you know that God can use anything for anything. God can use anything for anything. God can use anything for anything. So don't go discover. Look beyond your limitation. Because in your limitation, you see God's exaltation. You see, because many people are for sometimes God wants to use people who are limited. So when they look at themselves, then thanksgiving comes automatically. It begins to flow. Let's clap our hands for Mama Linda. Very powerful. And the most loyal associate pastor I've ever met in this world. My friend and my brother. Put your hands together for Apostle. Please take your seat. We are going to be looking into. Now, understand that life is made up of places, houses and rooms. In every place there is something. Behind every house, inside every house, there is a package. Behind every door, there is a breakthrough. Most of the time, the reason why people cannot break limit is because they can't access certain doors. Probably, you have seen $10,000 before, but there is a door that when it opens, you see 100,000. That's why in your Christianity, don't relax, because when you are in somebody's beginning point, you have to keep pushing and keep pushing. And keep pushing and keep pushing. Now, since life is made of rooms and houses, it presupposes that every place you want to go, every room you want to access, every house you want to enter has a door. Most good things in life are placed behind closed doors. So you need to look beyond by faith to access them. Why are doors not opening and why are there so many limitations? Oh, I fail to recognize my son, Apostle Francis. I will put your hands together for him. God bless you. And the man I learned this song from, when I asked the Lord. How do you sing that song? And I asked the Lord. You asked the Lord. What one name fits you? I sing it. When I asked the Lord, what is your name? My name is John. That's my own version that I've been saying. I can't sing your own. I sing my own. When I asked the Lord, what is your name? My name is John. Very powerful song. So you need to look beyond by faith to assess them. But But there is a devil that resists our access to the things that belong to us. He tells you cannot reach so far. You cannot get pregnant. You are at your age, you can't have a wife, you can't have that. 2 years ago, a woman in our church, 60 years old, got married to a man who is 62. So I don't know your age, Mama. There is somebody at your age praying for you. Praying to be somebody like you. Don't look at your man and say, where I've reached. That is the limit. In God, there are no limits. He is a limitless God. He is a God of no stopping. He is an unstoppable God. So you don't come to a place where you get discouraged. He can do all things. He can level all mountains. He can fill every valley. So when the devil tells us that there are places you cannot reach, there are things you cannot do, there are things you cannot have. Why? He places closed doors around our access. Jonah chapter 2 verse 5, the Bible speaking, he said, the waters compass me about. That's the prophet of God. Even to the soul, the depth closed me round about, and the winds were wrapped about my neck. So you see impossible doors everywhere. Closed door limitations everywhere. There are doors that lead to marriage that are closed to many people. There are doors that lead to prosperity that are closed to many people. There are doors that lead to miracle babies that are closed to many people. There are doors that lead to miracle jobs that are closed to many people. There are doors that lead to church growth. There are churches 50 years is 50 people. It doesn't grow. But there are doors where those doors are open. The limits will be broken. There are doors that lead to cities and nations. You can be in America and be a villager because you are only here, you are not traveling anywhere. A villager is not someone who lives in the village. It's someone who has not seen other places. In this fire conference, some multinational doors are about to open for people. And God is going to call them to accept their riches in other places. If you are one of them, lift your hand and shout amen here. There are those that lead to healing. There are many who are sick and yet healing has available. Recently, a man of God was preparing a message to preach Sunday morning. Whilst he sat down at 3 a.m., Jesus appeared before his presence, and Jesus kept weeping and weeping and weeping. And he said, Lord, why are you weeping like this? Why are you weeping like this? He said, look at the church. For all that I did for them, for all the price that I paid for their healing, they are sick. So always pray for the sick and always pray for those in the hospitals. So all the things we suffer are unnecessary because they have been made available. Why? And the Bible says that a great and effectual door is open unto me. There are many adversaries. 1 Corinthians 16:9. This is why you need the Lord. It's not money that you need. You see, many people, they are too money cautious. It's not money that you need the Lord. Money can bring you God. Money can bring you healing. Sometimes you have money, but you don't have the miracle baby. Sometimes you have money, but you don't have the peace. You don't need money, you need God, because inside God is money. Inside God is healing. Inside God is breakthrough. Inside God is job. Inside God is everything. So I want to encourage you in this fire conference, decide you are going to pursue God. You are going to chase after God. When you come into partnership with God, all limitations are broken automatically. Show me any man that God is leading. What kind of door can be blocked when God is leading? Within this week, every door that you are trying to open that didn't open, my God is going to lead you. The door will open by his own accord. The door will open by his own accord. So we understand in 1 Corinthians 16:9. There are doors, but there are adversaries. They resist the opening of such doors. So you must look beyond. Even though the doors are closed, look beyond them. Look beyond the limitation with the eyes of faith. With the eyes of faith. Apostle was just talking about why our churches, when we got there, we were able to buy one house at a time. And all of them are sold in dollars. So we bought one house. People say, oh, this place is full of houses. There is no whatever. But now we have got 5 houses. So we have crossed 1 acre now. We check. when I look at a house, I say, this one belongs to somebody. Very soon, we will reject it and we are going to possess the land. One guy said, over my dead body, will anybody say, oh, God want to move you quickly? Don't try to kill yourself. My home is you move. All of them are moving one by one, one by one. Because when I see a house, I don't see a house, I see a church. When I don't see a house, I see children's service. When I see a car park. And gradually, with the eyes of faith, all the things are moving. Tonight, I want you to begin to look differently the way you see things. Look differently the way you see possibilities. Look differently the way you see things. Catch the eyes of faith. When you have the eyes of faith, there are no limitations. Limitations are broken with the eyes of faith. One man came to me and he said, Pastor, I want to go to school in Canada. Are you going to pray for me? I want to get admission. So when I look at her, I said, Father, give her admission, scholarship and other things. He said, I didn't ask for scholarship. I said, keep quiet and go say amen. 2 weeks later, the admission letter came. And they said, you have been admitted and you have been given 90% scholarship. And you have also been employed as a TA. The school that he has not attended, he has been admitted, 90% scholarship. And then when you arrive, you are a TA in economics, Department of Economics. He didn't apply. That is the limitless goal that we are setting. This week, I don't know what you are looking for, but you will do exceedingly, abundantly, above all that you can think or all that you can imagine. Now listen, the reason why you need to come to the church to hear the word of God is because in the natural, it's full of limitations. There are many things that the devil will tell you cannot be done. But when we look inside this Bible, those things don't exist. So it is only in the church that you see limitations broken. One, we serve a miracle working God. What is a miracle? A miracle is when a natural law is suspended. Now, for instance, somebody says when somebody gets 40 years, he can't give birth. No, when God comes, you can't say that. Now, in the natural, at the age of 40, it may not be possible. But when God comes, he will suspend that 40 limit, step into it, give you a baby, and step back and place the limit back. So this week, God is going to step into many people's lives. Miracles upon miracles upon miracles upon miracles. If you are one of them, let your aim show. Learn how to respond to God. So when miracles happen, limitations are lifted. So the God of miracles is not a God of limitation. Because when he comes in, every natural law will be suspended. 2 Corinthians 4:18, look at that scripture. 2 Corinthians. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just introduced to that Reverend Sanders' wife. Or put your hands together for the woman of God. Great man of God. It's my friend. 2 Corinthians 4:18, you have the scripture. The Bible said, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Woo! For the things which are seen are temporal. The word temporal means subject to change. So every situation you are going through, tell your friend, is temporal. But somebody is subject to change. Subject to change. You are not married now, it's subject to change. You don't have a child now, it's subject to change. You don't have a job now, it's subject to change. You don't have a car now, it's subject to change. Whatever you are going through is subject to change. But the things which are not seen are eternal. So we don't look at the things that are seen. So you don't look at your problems. You don't think about the limitations. But you look at what the word of God is saying. What we look not. But many Christians are experiencing limitations upon limitations because they are looking at the things which are seen. In other words, what God is telling you is that every limitation your eye can see is not real. What we look not at the things which are seen. There is somebody here without a job. By next Sunday, you will have 3 jobs. You choose from one of them. There is somebody here having accommodation issues. By next Wednesday, you are going to get the latest apartment in town. There is somebody here without a car. You are going to drive the topmost car in this church. Am I talking to somebody here? There is somebody here without a husband. Your wedding is going to shake this building from up down because we are not looking at the things which are saying.
it is impossible. So the things we say in church, they look nonsense, they are nonsensical, because the Bible itself doesn't make sense. That's why most of the time, those who are not going to school can believe it more than we, the educated ones. Because the man who are not going to school doesn't know Greek and Hebrew. If you say Jesus turned water into wine, he say amen. But another one will say, what kind of chemical component? Jesus does not need a chemical component. You are looking at natural laws, we are looking at supernatural laws. Everything that has limited you, I command the limit to be broken over your life. I command the limit to be broken over your life. If I'm talking to you, learn your head, it sound like a tender. I command the limit to be broken over your life. While we look not at the thing which I say, my God, but the thing which I not say. Woo! Somebody has no property, but before this year runs to an end, he's going to become an owner of 3 houses. Amen. And of course, I'm not going to say things that are easy for you to believe, because that's not how faith talks. Faith stretches you, faith moves you. Because when we talk about faith, we are talking about God, not human beings, not American government, no Ohio system. We are talking about God. And when he steps in, everything shifts, everything changes. I see a shift coming. I see a church coming. I see a shift coming. I see a church coming. How do I believe that everything you see is temporary and is subject to change? Because we have believed a man and his name is called Jesus. And this Jesus has the key to every door in life. He has the key to every door. Your biggest problem is faith. That's why we preach. It's not that God cannot do, it's can you believe? Can you believe that after you stay in this 7 days, something supernatural can alter your situation? He said, if thou can believe, Luke 1:45. If thou can believe, blessed is he that believe, for there shall be. Blessed is she. I like women. There are more women in the Bible than men, my God. Blessed is she that believe, for there shall be a performance of those things that were told her from the Lord. At the beginning of the year, what did Apostle say? He said, look beyond your limitations. Look beyond your limitations. Why? Because God is about to do exceedingly, abundantly, above all you can think and above all you can imagine. There is somebody here, you normally don't dance in church. You normally don't say amen. You normally, when you come to church, you look very executive. But a miracle is about to hit you. You will be dancing when nobody is singing. You will be dancing when nobody is shouting. You will be dancing. God is about to destroy your gentility. God is about to make you free. God is about to do something impossible. God is about to remove every limit over your family, over your children, over your finances. Every limit is about to be broken. If you want to lift your hand and shout it. Last time when I left this place, I want to hold a conference, supernatural conference. A young man came to the conference and he has gone to write exams. And when the exams came, in front of the name was the letter S. Now S means that the paper you didn't write. Meanwhile, the lady wrote the paper. So she was confused, crying. Now while we were in the church praying, the limitless God did an amazing miracle. I told them, everybody put your phone on the floor. The lady opened the bottle and put the phone on the floor. In 10 minutes, S took to be black. And it reflected in the stool. My God. God is about to go to that home office. God is about to enter your village. God is about to go to that place. God is about to offer something impossible. Because there is no limitation in God. This week, my God will visit somebody. With a miracle people talk about for days, for weeks, for months. God is going to visit somebody. Tell them, because remove the limit from God. Remove the limit. Remove the limit from God. Remove the limit from God. Remove the limit from God. Why? Jesus. Look at Matthew 16:19. Matthew 16:19. Every impossible law that represents limitation is about to be shifted. He said, I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. So heaven has keys. And these keys come in the form of knowledge. And whatsoever thou shalt bind, not something, whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. So it is earthly activity God provoke heaven's miracle. So if we don't do anything here, nothing happens in heaven. That's why we organize meetings. That's why we sing. That's why we pray. Some people say, oh, God will do it. God will, no. When you do something, God will move. When you shout, God will move. When you dance, God will move. When you pray, God will move. When you organize fire conference, God will respond to the name you put on the conference. I see fire coming to somebody's house, changing things, altering things, breaking all your limitation. Some of you very soon in this same city of Colombo, the people knows you. You'll be here for 10 years. You'll be here for 15 years. You'll be here for 20 years. But there is one testimony that is about to give you a new name. There is one testimony that is about to give you a new image. There is one testimony that is about to give you a new name. Wow! This week, God is going to release the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatever we decree here, heaven is going to confirm. Whatever we lose here, heaven is going to confirm. So it is important that we engage. So we are giving out the keys. When we engage them, doors open. So everybody that will come to this conference, your pastor announcing, you don't need anybody to call you. Anybody that will come, when you respond, is obedient to divine instruction. Your response alone can change many things in your life. Your response alone can change many things in your life, because this is one of the things that we do. The Bible said, they that appear in the house of the Lord shall be established in the court of our God. They shall flourish like a palm tree. Psalm 92, 12 to 14. So just appearing before the presence of God brings special blessing. Psalm 84 verse 7. The Bible says they go from strength to strength. Everyone that appeared before the Lord in heaven. So anytime we appear, something changes, something shifts, something changes, something shifts. Tonight there is a shift happening in the life of everyone that came to church here. So he has given out the keys. Today may some keys be delivered into your hands. May some prophetic keys be delivered into your hands. Many years ago, I used to struggle as a pastor. Then in 2004, I went for a conference. I was sitting there. Man of God was just talking. Then he gave an example, something that doesn't concern the message. That was my doorway to breakthrough. What did he say? He said, once he was a student one day, the Lord said to him, there is this great man of God. Go and give him a gift. And the student, he doesn't have anything. So he got a tenth of million. Went to the man's house. As he came, and the man said, are you a student? He said, yes. He said, may the Lord use you beyond this nation. A tin of milk. When I heard that story, I said, do people give things to men? I was a pastor, but I didn't know all these keys. That day, a key was delivered into my hands. I thought it was a joke. I came home to sleep, and I had an encounter. I was sleeping behind my door, and I saw a man of God who has finished preaching. This week will tell you many encounter stories, because these are the things that changed people's life. This man has finished preaching, and he was sweating in his suit, and he walked and sat on the wall. Now the steps, the church was like this, so he sat like this. In the vision, I saw that I'm standing in front of the man, and I was, oh, the message was a powerful message. That was a good message. And then the man said, I want to go to my office and change my shirt. As the man turned like this, who I saw standing there was Jesus. And he looked at me and he said, look for money and go and sow into this man of God. You know something? At that time, I was trying to do my first international journey. But my passport is with the ambassador of the nation I want to travel to. He's driving. The man driving the ambassador was holding my passport for 3 weeks. He didn't get visa for me. I said, what is happening? If the driver driving the ambassador can't get me visa, who is going to give me a visa? So when I saw this encounter, I was thinking, what am I going to do? And the devil made sure for 2 weeks I didn't have money. So after the 2 weeks, somebody invited me. It was a Bible school. I went to preach it. I'm talking to you about keys. When we are preaching, listen, sometimes when you do the quotation and quoting, any story I tell can become a key to somebody's open door. So, because the keys of the kingdom. So I'm telling you how I broke through. I became financially independent. And then, 2 weeks later, I went to a Bible school to preach. I'm not going to mention names because of certain things. And then when I finished preaching Bible school to them, they gave me an envelope. When I took the envelope like this, those days I used to drink Coca-Cola a lot. And now I stopped. I said, let me go and share with Coca-Cola and put fuel in my car. I was using a white BMW. As soon as that thought came, I heard the voice of God. Remember the vision I gave you. God wanted to change my life. He wanted to break the limits. Those days we live from hand to mouth. You are broke today. Tomorrow you have money. Next day you are broke. Today you have money. We've left that real long time. Look, sing that. So I said, Lord, how am I going to fuel my car? He said, remember the vision I gave you. So I closed the envelope like this. And then I went to look for the man. I went to his office 9:30 in the evening. I saw him at 12:30 a.m. 3 hours. I sat down there. People say, do you have a appointment? I said, I don't need an appointment. I want to change my life. So the man was working. He didn't even open the envelope. I said, the Lord spoke to me to bring you this thing. First thing he said, he raised his hands like this, put it at my back. And he said, Lord, wherever I travel to around the world, take Pastor Ben, a very short prayer. When the man finished the prayer, I didn't know what he was talking about. The next day, I went to the embassy myself. When I got there, the woman said, look at your life. For 3 weeks, our systems are not working. We're not giving anybody this. But go and come back in 2 hours. My God. So I decided that 2 hours, I won't go home for some people to see me. So I meandered my way through some trouble. I wanted to eat fufu and go to meet. As I sat down, the fufu got ready. 35 minutes, I had a call from them. But they said 2 hours. They called me in 35 minutes now. They said, gentlemen, your visa is ready, come for it. I abandoned the fufu and the biscuit. Ran to the embassy. When I went there, fresh visa. That day, I bought my ticket because I'm not going to sleep over for the witches in my family to wake up tomorrow. I bought my ticket that night, sat in the plane. 11:30, I tested everybody I know that, hey, if you don't see me tomorrow, my heavens are open, the limits are broken. From that day, I traveled to all the continents of this world. Nobody can refuse me visa again. Because that day, by that supernatural encounter, the limits were broken over my life. And from that day, I moved from place to place. And I've never had shortage of money anymore in my life. If nobody blesses me, I see people bless me in the plane. I see people I don't know selling in money. I receive money every day. There's money like that. Every day, not 2 days. Because that day, a key from heaven was delivered into my hands. Ladies and gentlemen, I came to speak to you. There is a key. If you get that key, the limitations will be lifted. If you love that key, you will not sit where you are sitting. There are keys from the kingdom. There are keys. So as I'm coming here, listen, let me ask I'm preaching. God is going to deliver a key. You see, the thing for that conference, the man was speaking about significant, but the topic didn't do anything to me. But the story that the man told. So when you are coming to church, be alert. He said, we are going to listen to sermons. We don't preach sermons here. We preach messages that can massage your destiny and change you forever. We preach messages and tell stories that can massage your destiny. Listen, there are no special human beings in this life, but there are ordinary human beings with the keys of heaven. When ordinary man get the key of heaven, you will open every impossible door. The door of sickness will open. The door of nations will open. I don't know the door that is shut against you, but I came from Ghana with the word of the Lord in my mind. During this week, the Lord give you a key that will open your door forever and forever and forever and forever and forever. The biggest danger that people come to church and they don't expect miracle. You see, okay, we are going to church, they are going to collect our money. No, you don't have anything, I tell you. You don't have money. Why? John 3:27 says, a man can receive nothing except it is given to him. Man of God, I'm working hard. Others are working more harder than you. Why do they have what you have? It is grace. It is even for the work of your hands to produce results. You are not the only one working. Man, those of you who have children, are you the only one working in the night? My God. But when the grace of God comes, when the keys of life are given to you, the door that your grandmother couldn't access, whoa, that door is going to open for you. The door that your biological father couldn't access, that He couldn't finish. I am not a contractor. I don't have a house. I have something. So because when the heaven is open over your life, I declare over your life, whatever you didn't meet in your family, what your mother couldn't do, what your father couldn't do, what nobody has done in your family, in this fire conference, a key will be delivered into your hand. A key will be delivered into your hand. And I see impossible doors shifting, impossible doors opening. Your life will be a testimony. Your life will become a testimony. Somebody lift your hand and shout, I will be a testimony. So we don't go to church to waste time. Everything said in the church can change your life. Revelation 3:7-8. I've never prayed for one person to collect money in my life since I started preaching. There are people who do all kinds of things because they don't know God. When you know this impossible God, pocket of men become limited to you. He's the only one who has bottomless pocket. He can bless you beyond your imagination. Not where you live, it is the God we walk with. It's not where you live, it is the God we walk with. Now look at it. So when we are talking about seeing beyond, we are talking about major keys being delivered into your hands. Major keys. Why are some people in Africa can't come here? They don't have the key. They don't have the vision. They see America on television. They see it in magazine. Some of them look at the city, they salivate. Saliva comes out of their mouth so that they can show a picture of KFC or McDonald's. When you look at the bread, my God, you begin to salivate, but the access door to get to that place is not there. I prophesy over your life, anything you have seen in picture, anything you have ever desired, this week may the Lord deliver that to you. I said this week may the Lord deliver that to you. The bigger your aiming, the larger your Lord. The bigger your aiming, the larger your Lord. Wave your hand and shout hallelujah. Whoa! I got excited when I see that the key is not in the hands of my class teacher, it's in the hands of Jesus. Why? He is a God without partiality. Some of you, when some people see your nose alone, they may not choose you. You have not done anything wrong. They see your nose, I don't like this one. Some of you, when they see your height, your size, they don't like it. But God is the lover of all. Listen to me, whatever He has given to one, He will give it to you. Whatever you have seen others assessing, you are going to assess it. All you need is to believe. Somebody shall I believe. Revelation 3:7. Look at it. To the angel of the church in Columbus, Ohio, write. This thing said He that is holy, He that is true, He that hath the key of David, He that opened and no man shutted, and shutted and no man opened. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door. Somebody say open door.
Open door.
Oh, I can hear somebody open your mouth and say open door. And no man can shut. Look at it. No man. No witch. No wizard. That person doesn't like you in your office. He can't shut your door. It's just a matter of time. Your husband can't shut your door. Your wife cannot shut your door. It's just a matter of time. He said no man can shut. Who believe that statement? No man can shut. No man can shut. Whether they are alive or dead, I declare that this week that door is going to be open for somebody. No man can shut. He said, I've set a door before you, no man can shut. For thou hast little strength. Little strength. Physically you have little strength, but God is going to add supernatural strength to your strength. And has kept my way. All you need is the word of the Lord. Look at it. Keep the word. No matter what you are going through, when we say you will be blessed, you say amen. That's how you keep the word. No matter what you are going through, we say you are going to be pregnant with twins, we shout amen. Even though sometimes what you are saying and your situation does not synchronize, don't look at your situation. Why we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Everybody that judges you by your current state will make a big mistake, because my God is about to break your limits. It's about to shake your doors. It's about to break your limits. Tell somebody, keep the word, keep the word, keep the word, keep the word. One word came to us
at the beginning of the year, look beyond the limit. That's the word. Some Christians, when you meet them conversing, their conversation is full of impossibility. Adua things are very tough. Adua things are very hard. And the Bible says you eat what you say. Proverbs 18:20. Look at it. Some of you need to change the way you talk. Your talk is full of impossibilities. Your talk is full of impossibilities. And yet you are a child of God. A seed of Abraham who want to go beyond limits. Do not talk impossibilities. When people look at them, they say, oh wow, dead body. I say, be careful what you say. You are going to die very soon. My God. Because what you say, a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his lips. So the breaking of the limit begins from your mouth. You look at that mountain and say, that mountain, who are you before Zerubbabel? Oh, you are going to be shifted. You come to this city and people are saying, I've been here for so years. Certain things have not happened. We say, I don't carry your name, I carry another name. It didn't happen for you, but it's going to happen for me. For with God, all things are. How many things are possible when you're gone? I said, how many things are possible when you're gone? Somebody shout, all things. Not something. So talk possibility. A man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth. And with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. A young man came to church, his name is called Higgins. He used to be one of the Sakawa boys. And he has subscribed to a particular God in Burkina Faso. So every year he will carry his laptop and go to Burkina Faso to revive the medicine. And when he comes, he cracks people's bank accounts and he was into all this kind of thing because these things they don't use their physical IQ. So one day, what he was doing is they travel to Burkina Faso to go and revive because every year it's like car lines, they go to renew the juju. He got to Burkina Faso, the river has dried out, God has dried the river. So the juju has died. What kind of God is that? A God of a river. So he came to Accra, very frustrated. Things began to happen to him. Every kind of bad thing, they sacked him from his house, he lost his car, he lost everything because his God has dried up at the Hamatan. In his frustration, he moved from the house, he lost his car, he lost every contact, went to sleep at the Independence Square in Accra. Now Saturday morning, normally we go on so many, and when we go with flyers. Jesus love you. Sometimes some of the flyers will fall to the ground, and then when they fall, I say leave it and someone will find it there. This guy in his frustration came one day and he saw the flyer. Jesus loves you. Jesus is coming again. He checked the back, Holy Hill chapter 1 second. He said, I'm going to go to this place, maybe something will happen. He came, I was preaching. He gave his life to Christ. But for 3 days he has not eaten because there's no food. After the church service, he was going home. Look at something. God is a limitless God. He decided to pick this empty, pure sachet rubber to gather them to sell the next day. And then he got into a dustbin. He opened the dustbin in the night or 9 p.m. He opened the dustbin to try to pour it down and take those empty rubber. Then he found something hot in a black rubber. When you open, fresh pepper, donut. It's like somebody's wedding whatever. Inside the dustbin. Very hot. He took it to the place and the ghetto boys ate it for 3 days. That's what changed that guy. That if God can feed me in the dustbin, freshly packed. Ladies and gentlemen, God can drop money in your wardrobe when you didn't drop it yourself. So remove the limit from God. Remove the limit. Can I ever build a house? Can I ever get that? Can I ever drive a car? Thank God you say, can I ever call you? Now changing and say, can God ever give me a car? Can God ever give me a wife? Can God ever give me a house? He said, with God, 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 you plus God, you and God, you walking in the company of God. How many things are possible? All things are possible. Tonight I speak to your limitations. Let them be broken. I speak to financial limitations. They are broken. Marital limitations are broken. Documentation limitations are broken. Every form of limitation you have, they are broken. Because with God, keep the word. Thou hast kept my word and has not denied my name. Anybody that carry the name Jesus, you can look at them and laugh. You will change within the twinkle of an eye. Anybody that carry the name Jesus. One gentleman in Saudi Arabia became born again. He came born again. The Muslims persecuted him. He ran from Saudi Arabia to London. One day the Lord said to my son, I'm going to favor you. He didn't know what was it. He was working in a London restaurant. I like favor. I like favor. Favor gives you what you didn't buy. Wow. Favor is the ability to receive things free of charge. You see, many Christians don't think in terms of favor. But look at this equation. Hard work plus favor is equal to prosperity. It's not everything in your life that you must buy. There are things God gives you. But many of you are not expecting. Everybody say, oh, hard work. But what does the Bible say? It is the blessing of the Lord that make it rain. This week may you receive overflowing blessing. Overflowing blessing. Apostle, this gentleman was working in that restaurant, going and coming every day. And then one of these Muslim sheikhs, now some of these guys in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, they are too loaded with money. This Muslim sheikh went to London to buy a house, but he couldn't speak English. So this is what he was doing. He will wake up in the morning. When he see a nice house, he will say, house I buy. That's the only English he can talk. The people will insult him. Go away, foolish man. House I buy. What kind of English is that? So he roamed the city of London the whole day. And then when he got tired, he saw a restaurant. He couldn't read English. So he looked at the sign there. He entered. So as he sat down like that, he began to speak in Arabic. Foolish English people. I brought money here to buy a house. They won't sell me the house. And he was talking. And this guy could hear the Arabic. So he said, Barikade, Anaji. Then he rattled Arabic. And there was, my God, you can hear my language. He said, yeah. He said, come. How long have you been working here? And the guy said, I want to borrow you for 3 days. Take me around. I want to buy a house, but I can't speak the language. So the young man asked the sheikh, how much will you pay me? He said, I'm going to pay you £1 million a day. This is not only to this story. Me, I don't tell to the one I'm preaching. So the 3 million pounds. The guy looked at the man, entered the manager's office and said, I have resigned. He became £3 million rich in a day. What kind of limit have you put on my God? What kind of limit have you put on my God? Those of you who are not screaming and shouting, I don't know what to expect you. And if you can't shout in church, if you can't rejoice in church, then you are free. There is no other place. The radio will not give you good news. CNN will not give you good news. You hear such news in the house of the Lord. I prophesy over your life. The God without limit to take the limit off your life. People hear something, they will be doubted. As soon as you die, you are cut off from the miracles of God. Why do you call him a miracle working God? If you don't expect him to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can imagine. If you expect to go through the same 15 years, other normal people went through them, why do you say he's a miracle working God? If you expect to go through the same process that everybody went through, why do you expect him to be a miracle working God? Anytime you say, I serve a miracle working God, what you are saying is that I serve a God who set aside protocol. I serve a God who set aside natural law. I serve a God who can make something out of nothing. And that is why we are in this church. We are serving a miracle working God. Every record is set in this nation. You are about to break a record. You are about to break a record. Lift your hands at the seed of Abraham. And I send a miracle working God. Woo! The keys are being delivered. Receive your key. Receive your key. The key to sweet marriage. The key to breakthrough. Receive the key. The key to church growth, overflowing numbers in the church. Receive the key. Whoa. When I hear people say there is no money, I laugh at them. You see, your problem is you can't believe. There's too much money in this world. Yes. When I was coming, a friend of mine said to me, they have 100 million, they want to lift it. I said, hey, how are we going to lift? So now the problem is really to pass the money. Don't say there is no money. Can I ask you, all the money your grandfather, your grandpapa used, did the money travel? Have you seen people cheating money before? People rather die and leave it behind. So remove that mentality from your mind that there is no money. That is why many are poor in the house of God. Now, you see, inside the Bible, there is nowhere that Jesus went without surpluses. He doesn't create shortages. It's our mentality. When the people said he needed to feed 5,000, he didn't give them more than they need or more. He always give more. Everybody here have more than you can access.
more than we can accept. He's a God of multitude. He's a God of innumerable multitude. Recently, somebody was doing a calculation, which I want to show you tomorrow. They were counting the number of angels that are surrounding the throne of God, not the number of angels in heaven. Those on the throne alone, they are 14 times the number of people on earth. 14 times around the throne. So you ask yourself, if the angels around his throne alone are 14 times, because it's 100 trillion around the throne, how much angels are in heaven? How big is heaven? Take the limit from God. The father you sit on a very slim toilet doesn't mean God is like your toilet. The father you sleep on a very slim bed doesn't mean God is like that. We have to start meditating on the bigness of this God. You see that all your impossibilities will dissolve. Every limit you have put on God, you are going to throw it away. 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 That is 23. That is 2 plus 23 zeros. This is the one we are talking about. In this small city, he's a big God. When I sat in the plane and I looked down and saw a huge land, only few houses. I asked Apostle, the land is too big. When you are in the plane, you really see it. Only a few houses, green everywhere. Green everywhere. Use that pictorial image and take every limit off your God. As a man taketh in his heart, so is it. That's why we preach, giving you heaven's mentality. Heaven's mentality. Heaven's mentality. Heaven's mentality. Heaven's mentality. Heaven's mentality is the mentality of impossibility. It's a mentality of all possibility. So, there is no door in this life that God cannot open. So I wonder why people even doubt miracles in the church. What kind of even miracles have we seen now and now? Recently, they were doing some studies and they saw that all the inventions that men have created, your iPad, your phone, all these wonderful things that we wonder about, human beings have not used 5% of their brains. Human beings have not used 5% of their brains. With all the nice inventions and magnificent things that we are doing, we've not gone to 5%. One day I was in Dubai, standing on that Khalifa building, 125, and I'm at level 100. And a gentleman asked me, he said, man of God, what do you see? Is it wonderful? I said, no. I'm thinking about heaven. The thought that came into my mind is that if human beings that hit their head on the floor can do this, what can my heavenly Father do? So people who backslide because they have seen one car, if they don't have time to come to church, they have cast wife. You have a problem in your brain, so you are sick. What if God can do? If you can serve him with the same film that you started with, no limit will ever be placed on your life. But what people do when they see small blessings, they begin to reach out. Pastor, I have to beg them. Will you come? Will you come? We are ungrateful people. We are ungrateful for all that Jesus has done for us. For all that Jesus has done for us. Just to appear before his presence is a problem. So for some people, heaven has said, put him at 5%. If you put him at 7%, he will go hyper. He will go hyper. He will not even mention the name of the Lord again. And may you be a candidate who can contain more. May you be a candidate who can handle more. May you be a candidate who can handle more. And I prophesy that this year still that a man of God gave, they shall come to pass in your life. God will take the limit of your children. God will take the limit of your finances. God will take the limit of your life. God will take the limit of. Give the Lord a shout of praise. So tonight, let's finish by looking at one of the keys that takes the limit off, the key of prayer. The key of prayer. What is prayer? Prayer is partnership with God. Anytime you are praying, you are entering into a spiritual partnership with God. And in prayer, divinity mingles with humanity, and the result is the removal of impossibilities. In prayer, divinity joins humanity, and the result is the removal of impossibility. Daniel chapter 10, we saw Daniel praying. They've been in captivity for so long, and nobody thought there was going to be a breakthrough. But Daniel began to pray and to fast. He started engaging divinity, and the God without limit came. He sent an angel, go give Daniel the answer. The Bible said the prince of Persia withhold the answer. Daniel 10, 1 to 20, just read the scripture. Daniel 10, 1 to 20. He withheld the answer, but Daniel continued to pray. 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 And God released a higher angel. Maybe for most of the years you have engaged God, but add this year also. That breakthrough you didn't get last year, you are going to get it this year. You are going to get it this year. You are going to get it this year. Tell to your sister and say, brother, continue, 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 don't stop, continue to push, continue. Constant prayer open that impossible door. The angel was released. The limit was broken. In this fire conference, may every limit over your life be broken. In Acts chapter 12, verse 1 to 12, Acts 12, 1 to 12, the Bible said, Herod took James and chopped off his head. The fathers of people have had a bad experience. Doesn't mean their experience will be your experience. Lift your hand and say, my case is different. Wait, say, my case is different. What you say is what you get. Lift your hand and say, my case is different. What happened to your sister will not happen to you. You don't carry the same name. You don't carry equal step. My case is different. The Bible said Peter was also arrested. But I like the verse number 12. The Bible said Peter was arrested, but the church prayed without ceasing. One of the keys that open impossible doors and remove limits from people is the key of prayer. So the devil is so busy. We stay on the Facebook, we stay on the internet, we stay on the YouTube, Twitter, Zatan. The time to pray, to talk to God. No. We don't have what? He knows when we pray, the limits are taken off. The limits are taken off. The limits are taken off. And the Bible said, while they were praying, verse 5, the church prayed without ceasing. And what happened? Something impossible happened. The angel of the Lord, look at it. Peter therefore was kept in prison. There is a limit. But prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto God for him. Look at your limit and concentrate prayer on it. Instead of saying it cannot be done, stop wasting that energy. Put it in prayer. Put it in prayer. Put it in prayer. Put it in prayer. Before this conference is over, many things that are on your prayer topic will become a testimony. They will become a testimony. Look, the Bible said the angel of the Lord was released from heaven. Behold, the angel of the Lord came upon him in response to the prayer. And the light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the other side. And raised around quickly. And the chains fell off. The limits were broken. The chains fell off. Now look to the side. Oh, limits are for limits. And the angel said to get thy son, bind thy son down. And he did so. And said, cast thy garment about it and follow me. Divinity has come down. And he went out and followed him. And with not it was a dream done by the angel, but he thought it was a vision. God is about to give you a miracle. It will be like a dream, a dream, a dream, a dream, a dream, a dream, a dream. Now look at it, limits. When they were past the first and the second gate, the word means the people who were watching, the barrier, the witches and the winners. These are soldiers that have been placed. First watch, another watch. When they passed the first and the second, they came up to the iron gate that leaded into the city. Everywhere you want to go, there is a door. Which opened to them of his own accord. This is the first technology of remote control started in the Bible. Nobody touched the gate. It opened on his own accord. Mama, I came with good news in my mouth. That door that you dread, that impossible case, it will open by his own accord. God will shift it by his own accord. Before you get
And then he came to church. He's married to a military officer. For 4 years, they can't have baby. So one Sunday I was there, came all the way from Kumasi to the service. I said, okay, let us pray. So we prayed. And I said, go, stop taking the medicine, because you're taking them for 4 years, nothing is happening. The husband was in Lebanon, so the woman will call. I go, so have you taken your medicine? He said, yes. He carried the medicine, put it in the diary. Carried the medicine, put it. One day the husband said, I want to stand there whilst you are taking it. Because you have to take the medicine, throw it like this in the darkness. The medicine falls somewhere. She became pregnant. My God. Gave birth to a baby girl. That's 1 after 4. That's not even the miracle I want to say. So the day she brought the baby to church, to me, I've seen an impossibility. 3 of my pastors have gotten married. Their wives are not giving birth. So I took the cloth that this lady used to tie the baby. And I called the 3 ladies and I tied them. And I said, the Lord that did this for this one is our testimony. He's going to do it for you. The girls fell down on their power. All of them became pregnant in September and gave birth in the same month. Then Apostle gave birth again. Then he gave birth again. He came to tell him, you have to stop the children from coming. How say you say you didn't have? The ball of the overflow is overflowing you. One day I was fighting for her. I began to pray for another set of people who didn't have me, and I collected the cloth again. And I tied them. When she was going home, she forgot to leave the blood to tie her. She became pregnant again. My God, Jehovah